Well, morning there. What do we got? 17 May, Wednesday, 2023. Thanks for joining in. We got some audio to go over. We're going to be doing an audio only podcast this morning. Appreciate everybody joining in and checking this out. That was a tune from the Coal Mine Records. Go check them out. Try not to troll them. Okay? We're going to be going over a little bit more of the trolling situation going on in these interwebs and your fake reality where everyone thinks they're top dog and destroying people and exposing people. But they can't catch a case like this. This is a no shit moment. The trolls out there that think they're the watchdogs of the internet, I could start naming names. somehow missed this case right here.
Now for an I-Team report on a disturbing case of child abuse. A mother behind a YouTube channel with hundreds of millions of views accused of physically and sexually abusing her 7 adopted kids and forcing them to act in those videos.
And tonight, a site that calculates how much money YouTube channels generate estimates she could have been making up to $140,000 a month. Team 12's Bianca Bono live in.
Okay, we're gonna sit with that there for a minute. A case of child abuse. Right? Whoa. It's the channel name was Fantastic Adventures. They were getting a lot of views, $140,000 a month generated revenue. Why did the trolls and these watchdog groups miss this one? Were they busy doing something else? Don't make me start naming names in this podcast because I think we will. Oh, goodness. We're going to come back to that, but what we do on these channels is do a comparison and contrast. So what we're going to do is we're going to play another severe case. Let's put it this way. Okay, that's going to the top. All right. Kind of the comparison contrast thing going on here.
Buddy Clovis.
This between you and I, Toast, she scares me.
Well, you can ask Clovis here. I get scary.
I mean, this is some serious shit. This, and all joking aside, we are I was wondering why these people were attacking us for exposing the child porn ring for AXJ. Now I know why. Because they're part of it.
Yeah, there's a big ring that's being protected in the background, but there's so much mud slung around that they're definitely, let's say, trying to make their grift legal, and certain nefarious companies to do damage control on the internet, are kind of a part of it. Well, not kind of. There's a court case record out there that we can parallel together. Let's put it that way in our investigation going on here. But here's the thing: is you got Rakita Law that's in court right now with Monograph. We played that the other day. All right, this group here is busting out. All right, Monograph for being a sicko. You'll hear it, and this is white knighting for no one. This is just reporting, what I find in the news, so forth. But while these guys are busy, right? I got 5 things I want to say to that. Okay, but while these guys are playing patty cakes in the playground, all right, there's serious shit going on at the same time that for some reason these watchdog groups are overlooking. And we're going to get back to the Machelle Hobson case. I just wanted to, why did the Machelle Hobson case out of Maricopa, Arizona was overlooked and no one found that this mother fostered up to I think 10, 12, 14 children or something like that, and was actually abusing them to make them make videos so she can make $140,000 a month, and no one found it. Now, in the news with the Machelle Hobson case, since we're paralleling here, 2 different cases, two different avenues to look at it. All right. In the news, they say that the daughter of the mom, the foster mom, actually called the police, and it's actually what I found was that one of the girls was able to escape and was hiding in the neighbor's backyard, and the neighbor came out and found her, and that's how it got busted open. But I think what happened is the daughter was scared. Oh my gosh, okay, this is happening. Then daughter finally steps forward that wasn't living in the house, but there were two sons that were actually facilitating and abusing the children. It just comes out as our update for this case. They get charged, I believe, yesterday out of Maricopa or maybe Mesa or Maricopa County. We got the update for that, but let's go through our parallel here case so we can move on to the Machelle Hobson case. And once again, keep in mind this watchdog group is in my opinion, what I see is possibly play fighting to start an internet war, calling each other the P word. Possibly
Of
play
course
fighting.
they don't want us exposing it, because we'd be exposing them. We'd be shutting down their pipeline to the filth, the pipeline to the children whose pictures they were using. I don't know if people realize how serious this is. It's real serious.
That's why we're having it up. That's why we're broadcasting it tonight. Lines are open. Spitfire, I sent you the link in our mod private chat. If you want, you can come in here and join us. So I think he is. I haven't seen him type in chat since.
It's on. I am so going after him. I am so not going to stop. And I'm going to use every breath of my body and every means that I have to make sure that son of a bitch is not on this YouTube no more. And if I can, I'll get him locked up. I'm going to give you a little bit of firepower. That's how good I am. You ready to play my game? My little girl has a page on Facebook called Tribute to LEOs Nationwide. Go on there and do something. I fucking beg you to. It's on. I cannot be any more pissed and upset and mad as I am right now. And Spitfire, I bet you didn't even know you had someone like this on your side. It's on. And I'm not going to stop. I'm going to stay awake at nights wondering what I can do to get you to stop. I am your worst nightmare. And believe me, when I wake up in the mornings, I scare the shit and hell out of myself. So, buddy, believe me, I'm coming at you. Let's play ball. My court. My rules. I'm gonna win. You done screwed up too much now. Oh, did you not tell me in that message? In your little comments down on your page, on your video? You ain't seen nothing yet? Watch me. You have not seen nothing yet. I am pissed off. And I can't even calm myself down right now. So you can imagine the things I'm going to do. Tomorrow I make calls. Tomorrow I make plans. I'm taking you on. I'm calling you out in front of the whole world. You are my bitch. Let's play. What toast? I am so pissed off.
I'm so mad. I can't see straight.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. Well, no, screw that. You know what? The little bitch boy, he's got me so pissed off. It's not even funny. How dare him?
First he goes after Mike, then the copyright strike against Eric. No, too far. One deed too far was up with Mike.
They put those videos out about me and tried to quote unquote expose me. Well, you can't expose something people already know about me. So,
Yeah, I love you too, Johnny. No, I'm who I am. I never back down. And that's what Mike said when he met me in Toast's hangout here. Because I was being bashed by Watchman channel. He even put out a video and he put it, to keep himself from being sued, he actually put enough information that the viewers in there would know who I was without mentioning my name.
wow.
Okay? I got him Carol Bundy as an interview. And I begged him not to put her with Kathy Rubio, who bashed Ammon Bundy 2 weeks before this interview. I thought Mike was going to do the interview. Mike went off on me because I refused to let Rubio, who the world ended, what was it, 2 weeks ago? She came online and the world was ending. Go get your money out of the bank, everybody. Oh, yeah. Okay, so here, I'm tired of putting up with morons and stupid people. And this stupid son of a bitch is playing hopscotch with the wrong bitch. I trip people, man. I get enjoyment out of it.
Hopscotch. They're playing games and hopscotch on the playground. Oh, hey, LB, interesting. I'm interested in that update, especially since we're going to be live here just for a little while. I think what we'll do is I've got more of that. Okay, we're going to play another 12 minutes of that later. Now, I'm glad to see somebody's here. Some people are here representing. All right. This was released a little bit. Let's say a little bit more about that interview and testimony from an old schooler, Mr. Soror. I'm gonna play a few minutes of what he did this morning in comparison to that video with the Ammon Bundy. Let's listen to the two different.
It ran for about an hour and 20 minutes. And in that hour and 20 minutes, she mentioned Carol Bundy and her problems with Watchman News for probably 10 minutes. The rest of the hour, was her talking about herself, how she's a victim, how she's got, all these people coming after her from Watchman News and blah, 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 blah. Same stuff that's going on today. It's 7 years later.
LB, if you don't realize who they're talking about, this is from the Oregon standoff days back in 2016. It created a lot of waves, a lot of wake. There was a lot of infiltration and a lot more infiltration. Let's just put it that way. And my opinion is at that time when I was watching and I had no idea who any of these people were, I was just watching, and then all of a sudden I had to report on it. I'm like, I'm not going to let this one go. And the results of that, still the wake and the wave of that is still out there. Let's just put it that way. And in effect, you can say a parallel of the J6 at the Capitol.
And this woman is still threatening to take people to jail, still threatening to take people to court. Her sheriff's on her side, the FBI's on her side, her attorney's got all this stuff. Now even her therapist. I've never heard of a therapist that sits down and watches YouTube videos with you or watches your channel or anything like that. So must not be a very busy therapist. It must not be a very good one if they got time to just sit around and watch YouTube. So all of this stuff is still happening today. So she goes, about a week ago, on 4 or 5 days of ranting and raving and same old stuff. She's going to sue this person. She's going to, FBI's got, I've been watching this and her sheriff's been watching that. And you know what I mean? It's like, what? Huh? This stuff has been going on. Okay, so now she's going up there, she's throwing all this stuff around. And people start to react. And they're like, hey, you know what? This chick is nuts. And kudos to the people that weren't around this part of YouTube in 2016. You guys caught on to it right away. It took us quite a while to catch on to a few people's games. But, so this is her playbook, okay? First of all, you have to join a different community like every 4 to 6 months. Okay, for every 4 to 6.
I'll back that up. Fact. See, Soror used to drop the real goods on a lot of stuff, and this whole, just like he's a remnant of what the pred catchers are going through now with Eddie. All right, and he used to have a good podcast, I mean, he's pissed at me. He just doesn't believe that I can see into the future a little bit. Just an
Well,
FYI. But anyway,
you gotta say that you're leaving YouTube, okay? And you got to go to another community. You got to meet new people. Okay, that's the first thing. Then after about 4 or 6 months, you got to start trouble
well,
with
see, the thing is, on the pred catchers on that side, she hasn't said she's leaving. She just amped it up and to build channels.
people in there. Okay, you gotta cause as much problems as you possibly can. Mind you, you've got to go behind other people's backs too, because of course you got to talk privately, and she's got to stab this person and that person and get this person fighting that person and the whole next thing you know, everybody's fighting each other. Then when people are smart enough, they start reacting to it, they start responding to it, and then she becomes the victim. Okay, and that's how that goes at first. Now it depends on what victim Hypocrite Harmon's going to play that day. Is it going to be the victim of, oh, I'm in danger, I need to pack up my family and move? Is it the, oh, my children's lives are in danger? Oh, my family's in danger? Is it the Hypocrite Harmon that, oh, my finances are in danger? Mind you, this is the same person. She talks about worrying about, losing everything, but has threatened people with going to Social Security, and claiming all this stuff and trying to go after other people's livelihoods. But that's okay. That's fine, right? So you've got all this going, okay? And this has been going on, and it's the same stuff since 2016. It's the same rhetoric over and over and over. Over and over. And this woman who's now 60 says that she's going to do all this damage. You better watch your ass. You don't even know what you're getting. First of all, if you got a court case going, any smart attorney will tell you, you know what? Don't put it out on the internet. Don't talk about it in public. Let me do my job. I'm the attorney. Let me do my job. Well, not Clovis. Not Clovis's attorney. No, her attorney says, go for it. Go for it. In her words, her videos are colorful, but the therapist and the attorney both think, well, they're colorful, but at least we're seeing what you're going through. Which makes me wonder if, which is a very, very, very small pubic hair of a chance that it's the truth, are your therapist and lawyer trying to get you to play some kind of false character so they have a case? I wonder.
All right, we'll leave that there. That's an old schooler back from the beginning of the Clovis days. What I want to get into is that's our parallel, and I don't want to put the complete math together. We've already talked about it, and as far as our parallel case here on Clovis and her situation with Mr. Predward, okay? Our parallel case here with the Machelle Hobson out of Maricopa, Arizona. What we're gonna do is roll through a couple of clips here, and then go into the update. And we're only looking at like 7 minutes total for the 3. So thanks for joining in, checking this out.
Were these young YouTube stars tortured and abused to get them to perform for the camera? Those are the shocking claims being made against their adoptive mom.
A woman who adopted children and used them to make social media videos is now under arrest.
The 7 kids are the stars of a popular YouTube channel called Fantastic Adventures.
Okay, so Fantastic Adventures, and I want to go through the dates here, our timeline, which is this was released May 20th, 2019.
Channel has over 250 million views.
Now let's go get some cookies.
In this episode, one boy does a Mission Impossible style stunt to grab cookies off the kitchen counter. But police say behind the scenes, the youngsters were being subjected to a nightmare of abuse. Michelle Hackney, who adopted all 7 kids, allegedly sprayed them with pepper spray, beat them with a belt or clothes hanger, and locked them in a closet for days at a time. She also allegedly withheld food and water if they didn't recall their lines or perform as directed for the YouTube channel.
In the police paperwork, it says they were malnourished. It looks like they weren't sleeping.
The kids told police they were thirsty and hungry, according to documents filed by prosecutors.
They gave one of the little boys a bottle of water, and in the matter of 20 minutes, he drank 3 bottles of water, looking like he hasn't had water in days.
When a police officer gave one child a bag of chips, she was afraid to eat it because she did not want her mother to smell chips on her breath, the documents say. Police in Maricopa, Arizona showed up at the house after being contacted by the mother's 19-year-old biological daughter, Megan, who was apparently upset at seeing her siblings mistreated. Megan, who is now being hailed a hero, is seen here in the Mission Impossible skit.
Are you trying to steal my cookies?
The 19-year-old daughter went to police and said, listen, this is what's happening inside of this house.
Machelle Hackney has been charged with child abuse and unlawful imprisonment. Her adult sons were also arrested, charged with failing to report the abuse of a minor. The case is reminding many of the Turpins, who just pled guilty to abusing their 13 children at their home in Southern California. Now new allegations of another house of horrors involving the terrible abuse of little ones.
Machelle Hackney has denied using extreme disciplinary actions against the children. She says the only form of punishment she used was making the kids stand in the corner, along with spanking and grounding them.
The investigation involving a mother now under arrest tonight. She had adopted 7 children. They were in a popular YouTube series. But tonight, prosecutors have now charged that mom with abusing the children. They say they were pepper sprayed and locked in a closet for days without food. Here's ABC's chief national correspondent, Matt Gupman.
Their video antics were viewed 250 million times. But tonight, police say the serial abuse those little actors suffered was a dark, behind-the-camera secret. Machelle Hobson had adopted the 7 children ages 3 to 15, but according to court documents, she'd beaten and pepper sprayed them when they failed to memorize their lines. Her Fantastic Adventures YouTube channel had over 800,000 subscribers. The on-camera scenarios chillingly similar to what police say was their reality.
See? We're trapped.
Investigators tipped off after Hobson's adult biological daughter came forward. Her adopted children claiming they did not go to school and that Hobson would pepper spray all over their face and body, spanking them, forcing them to take ice baths, and when resisting, would force their heads underwater. Children allegedly beaten with hangers and forced to stand in a corner, hands raised above their head for 18 hours straight. And while some of the videos focused on food, even cookies.
Cookies, cookies, cookies. Oh yeah? You're hungry?
Police say the kids were starved for days at a time. Police also accuse Hobson's 2 biological adult male sons of failing to report the abuse despite knowing about it. Hobson now facing multiple charges, including kidnapping. She has not entered a plea.
Back up and with us live tonight. And Matt, if convicted of the most serious charges here, this accused mom could spend the rest of her life behind bars?
And that's because she faces 19 counts, including 5 for kidnapping. Now, Hobson has likely made millions over the years on that YouTube channel, but this afternoon, YouTube terminated it, ensuring she can't monetize it going forward. David.
All right, Matt Gupman on a horrific case tonight. Matt, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.
She became known as YouTube Mom, arrested for abusing her 7 fostered, then adopted children. But tonight, a major update. Both of Machelle Hobson's biological sons have been charged with child sex crimes.
ABC 15 investigators at Crenshaw has been looking into this case for years and exposing how authorities have repeatedly failed those kids.
In 2021, we exposed the police and DCS failure to intervene and rescue the kids from Hobson's home, despite more than a dozen prior reports. At that point, I also discovered multiple victims told detectives they were sexually abused by Hobson's adult sons. But the police investigations didn't lead to charges until we started asking questions. When Machelle Hobson was arrested for starving, beating, and pepper spraying her adopted kids, her adult biological sons, Logan and Ryan Hackney, were also booked into jail.
You're aware of why we're here? For the most part.
For failing to report the abuse.
Is this Ryan? Logan. Oh, okay. Okay, hi, I'm Pam.
But the brothers, who played a major role in producing the popular YouTube videos the younger kids were forced to perform in, quickly had their Pinal County charges dropped.
If we can't prove the case, we will not bring it.
Now, 4 years later, they're facing new felonies in Maricopa County.
The grand jury has indicted you on the following felony offenses.
See, in 2019, multiple victims told Maricopa police they were sexually abused by the brothers.
No, I should have told no matter what. But even if I told, nobody would believe me.
We've changed that victim's voice to protect their identity. But Maricopa police did submit charges to the Pinal County Attorney's Office. They just declined to prosecute at the time. And not all of the alleged abuse happened in Maricopa. Victims say some crimes took place in Mesa. But Maricopa PD never passed that info along until we started pressing. Their internal investigation states a media inquiry raised concerns that the information may not have been relayed to the Mesa Police Department.
It's important that law enforcement, when they receive
this does not get served. Multiple victims told Maricopa police they were sexually abused by the brothers.
No, I should have told no matter what. But even if I told, nobody would believe me.
We've changed that victim's voice to protect their identity. But Maricopa police did submit charges to the Pinal County Attorney's Office. They just declined to prosecute at the time. And not all of the alleged abuse happened in Maricopa. Victims say some crimes took place in Mesa. But Maricopa PD never passed that info along until we started pressing. Their internal investigation states a media inquiry raised concerns that the information may not have been relayed to the Mesa Police Department.
it's important that law enforcement, when they receive information from a child about sexual abuse, that they follow up on it.
When Maricopa PD did finally share the abuse disclosures more than 2 years later, Mesa sex crimes detectives quickly discovered 2 more victims, all of them hesitant to speak up, with one telling investigators, quote, "Justice does not get served."
You've got multiple victims telling the same story.
Robert Pastor is a Valley attorney who specializes in abuse cases.
The adults who were there to protect them failed in their responsibility.
Ryan is now facing 2 counts of sexual conduct with a minor. Logan charged with 4 counts of the crime. When one victim was asked what should happen to Logan,
the 2 sons took off with the money. Somehow, because mom died in jail, they were able to have access to the money. I don't know if what they did, but I mean, I don't know why they weren't charged in the first place. I thought maybe they were, but before we finish out on this, you could search this. You could search YouTube mom arrested, and it'll bring up some of the Arizona cases, so forth, that I think it was ABC 15 did. Yeah, ABC 15 is the one that the journalist that kept on poking at it. So the case went from Maricopa, they hit it. It goes over to Mesa, which is about an hour or so apart. Maricopa is a casino town, which is another aspect here. And I mean, if there's corruption involved where they didn't disclose some of this stuff, then it has to go over to, well, they're saying there was some crimes made in Mesa, which might tie in. I mean, with the sons making the films, might tie in with Midnight Productions, and Miss Lori would know about that, and that seems to be her department, and looking into things and knowing about that, and which is interesting because they're still around in the, that's part of the real deep corruption of how there is involvement of some I want to just say maybe some OGAs. All right, we'll just keep it like that if you know what that is. But yeah, to keep some of this things going, but this is some gnarly things, and once again, for these watchdog groups to miss this, I mean, the two sons get nabbed though, and props to Maricopa County for finally making a move with their grand jury, and that's the way it should kind of go up. Peniel County didn't do anything, so it goes over to Maricopa County because both police departments failed. Okay, so it has to go to the sheriff and a grand jury and so forth, and they did a good job on this one. Once again, they did a good job on this one, but the watchdog groups online totally failed. Police departments failed. Even, the OGAs failed, which makes it look like it's something bigger, especially with possibly Mesa and Midnight Productions being involved.
Failed in their responsibility.
Ryan is now facing 2 counts of sexual conduct with a minor. Logan charged with 4 counts of the crime. When one victim was asked what should happen to Logan, they responded, he needs to pay for what he has done and go to jail. Now about Machelle Hobson. She died in 2019 awaiting trial. As for Maricopa PD's delay, after we exposed their failure to promptly refer the case, the department made policy changes to ensure it doesn't happen again. I'm investigator Zach Crenshaw, ABC 15, Arizona.
Yeah, he did quite a bit of investigating on that case, and also a few other cases where he put together some good journalism work. But once again, you can search YouTube mom arrested, look for the ABC 15, and there's some more in depth. I've put these I put those in depth investigations into past shows. Tried to keep it on blast, and what was interesting is, once again, Mr. Soror, I can see into the future a little bit, I'll tell you that. And because a few days ago, I was starting to think about this case again. And lo and behold, a couple of days later, blamzo, we got an update. We got charges. That's a good thing. But once again, we've got these watchdog groups out there that are kind of, let's say, play fighting in a sense where that's not the way to flush stuff out. Let's put it that way. I could have written the scripts way better, but I don't play ball with losers. Especially losers that are getting exposed in Congress right now. Oh, speaking of that, another case to look into, I think it's Gonzalez versus Google, where it's circumferencing extremism, Islamic extremism, the shooting in Paris where a student was an American student was killed in an attack in Paris, and because of that case, the mom sued Google, and they're finding out through that case that ISIS was allowed to super chat and promote their recruiting videos. So that just went through the Supreme Court like a while back, and I'm waiting on an update on that, but you can look at that. I think you could search, and I've done shows on that before. You could search ISIS found super chat YouTube, something like that. Gonzalez versus Google. But I'm looking for an update on that, and it was, like I said, in the Ninth Circuit Supreme Court not too long ago. But anyways, you guys are awesome. That's all I've got for today. Thanks for joining in. I should be name dropping some of these groups. Oh, wait a minute. We got a lot more to actually go through. Here, let's let some things roll here. I've got some things to let roll. Thanks for joining in. We'll come back to that song. That was a good track. That's my ender track.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. Well, no, screw that. You know what? Your little bitch boy, he's got me so pissed off. It's not even funny. How dare him?
First he goes after Mike, then the copyright strike against Eric. No, too far. One deed too far was up with Mike.
They put those videos out about me and tried to quote unquote expose me. Well, you can't expose something people already know about me. So,
Yeah, I love you too, Johnny. No, I'm who I am. I never back down. And that's what Mike said when he met me in Toast's hangout here. Because I was being bashed by Watchman channel. He even put out a video and he put it, to keep himself from being sued, he actually put enough information that the viewers in there would know who I was without mentioning my name.
wow.
Okay? I got him Carol Bundy as an interview. And I begged him not to put her with Kathy Rubio, who bashed Ammon Bundy 2 weeks before this interview. I thought Mike was going to do the interview.
Mind you, like the Ammon Bundy, all the updates that I've been trying to do, these guys dropped like a hot potato a long time ago, but it was such a big deal back then, you know? I mean, they were just ripped through movements like it's freaking toilet paper, I'm telling you.
Ending. We'll get your money out of the bank, everybody. Oh, yeah. Okay, so here, I'm tired of putting up with morons and stupid people. And this stupid son of a bitch is playing hopscotch with the wrong bitch. I trip people, man. I get enjoyment out of it. How freaking dare you do this? You took on the patriots of the YouTube channels. And it was wrong. What you've done has pissed me to hell off. I'm coming after you. I'm taking these videos and I'm going to see what we can do to shut you down.
Yep.
Bottom line.
Yeah, they have a special place for you, for you, Monograph. They have a very special place for you. And when you get to prison, I'm gonna make sure people know.
Doesn't that sound like the same script she did on Tommy of CPP? Right? Oh, this is some good drama though. Here, you guys, this is some good shit.
You know what they do to chomos in their Monograph? They're gonna have a ball with you. You think you got bags under your eyes now from taking it up the ass? Wait till you get there.
No, you're damn right. And yeah, you know, Kim, you're right. I am past pissed. I'm outraged. He's made the ultimate other person come out of me. And I don't like her because she gets angry and she gets mean. And she just don't stop until she gets a satisfaction of what made her mean. And this son of a bitch has called war now. And I am not gonna let it go no more. I am going to be a thorn up his ass. When he goes to sleep at night, he's gonna dream of the name Clovis. And it's gonna shit and freak him out every time he turns around. When you take a drink, you're gonna think Clovis. When you eat, you'll think Clovis. When you sleep, you'll think Clovis. When you piss out that little wiener of a dick you got that is really not even that, you will think Clovis. Oh, that was too close. That didn't sound good. Oh, but you know what I mean. Anything you freaking do in life, you're gonna think me because it's not right. And I have correspondence from police officers nationwide. Mess with me, man, especially in your neck of the woods, which he's not in Carolina no more. Guys, he moved to Michigan. Does anybody know his real name?
Who's?
Hey, Eric, I'm gonna give you the Google Hangout again in private chat. Just click it, or you can use the call-in number, whichever you're comfortable with.
Does anybody know whose real name, Clovis?
Monographs.
Yeah, Dale Ellis Bennett from Littleton, Colorado. I have his Facebook page right in front of me.
Okay, hold on. Let me turn my light on here. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, Dale, D-A-L-E?
D-A-L-E.
Okay.
Actually, if you're on Facebook, just type in Monograph. It'll come up.
Okay. That's something I gotta do right now. Let's see.
And I don't think he has access to this page anymore because he hasn't been posting since 2012. But you can clearly see on it that it's got all of his sick and twisted videos up, and it's just sick and twisted, let me tell you.
Oh, God.
One of the videos has been cut off because it says that it was
We are
contained.
joined by, I'm sorry for interrupting, we are joined by Spitfire. Hello, Spitfire, welcome to our first chat. It's so nice to see you. And fist bump to you, bro. I'm glad you're here.
Fist bump back, fist bump to all y'all.
Hey, Eric, we meet again.
We meet again.
Hey, Spitfire, sweetie. You all right?
Man, you are freaking just awesome.
I'm a bitch. Don't fuck with my
You're a
Patriot brother.
badass bitch.
I'm going after him. I've already called him out. I want him. I want him bad. And I dare him to fight my damn. Oh, hell no. It's on. And like if I wait in a few seconds, it's really on. Let's see. I was told that he moved to Michigan.
Who did?
Dale.
Really? Well,
Only
that
an
might.
hour away from somebody.
Oh, well, that explains part of that. Yeah, I think tomorrow we need to make a few phone calls and make sure that Mike is very well protected.
Telegraph lives in Michigan?
Yeah, that's what I'm checking it right now. That's what I'm.
We're all checking on it right now.
I bet he doesn't know I live here. Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, we're all checking on it.
I wouldn't do anything.
We've been all over this, and then when you finally came in and told us that your YouTube channel's been strike, man, you just lost your live dashboard, man. Because I lost my.
I think you want me to advertise his wonderful artwork videos for him.
Okay, can anyone tell me what they think his age might be? What'd you say? He's around my age?
I think he's younger. I think he could be somewhere around my age. I don't know.
You look at me and you look at him. He looks a hell of a lot older. And I'm 50 fucking 3.
Oh, he looks like a walking corpse.
He is. That's for taking it up the butt too many times, man. Don't you know that? Does anyone know his middle initial? It would really help me out here, guys. Who said he lived in South Carolina? Oh, God, are you kidding me? There's another page.
Acknowledged, Lori.
Let's see. Guys. Oh, my God.
What? I know that laugh. You've got something.
His middle name is Eugene.
That's fitting.
Oh, God. Let's see. So, let's yeah, let's see. Eugene.
It's so good to see everyone here in the chat room and everyone here in the hangouts supporting our fellow patriots in the time of need.
Thank you. Pretty much all over the place. Okay, now, minute. Okay, again. I'm logging in. I'm gonna get it good, and I'm gonna post all.
Yeah, Spitfire, you know, this channel that we're on right now, my live streaming capability was taken. And somebody flagged one of my videos, and the strike only was there for 24 hours, but they never gave me my channel back to the original. Never.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm afraid for you, man. I'm afraid that's what you're going to be facing. You can only live stream on new events. That's it.
Well, don't they have to give their full name and their address and all that good stuff in order to proceed with the copyright strike?
No.
They don't.
Unfortunately, no.
I don't know. I've never really tried to do a copyright strike, so I don't know.
Well, I know to fight you have to.
Huh?
To fight, you have to give all your information.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, because I fought one on my other channel won.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Yeah. Wait a minute. Wait. I thought the whole, what's his name from
Posner?
Sandy Hook.
Yeah, Lenny Posner, that's the same guy who
Yeah,
tried to strike me.
yeah, I had to give all my information. Wait a minute, I did. Yeah,
So I'm pretty sure they have to too, don't they? But
I would think
not.
so. What do they do? Just give it on your good looks and, you know, your word? I'll have to look into that. I will look into that.
And that's your Fed, then maybe you don't have to do that.
We can talk after the show, after we get off the air. I have 2 other channels I've just put as backups, and you're more than welcome to change the name and use one if you'd like.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
Stick around with us until I turn off the on air feature. Definitely want to try to get this resolved.
It's not gonna be resolved tonight. This is something that I'm looking forward to for the next few days. I feed off this stuff.
This is something that, you know, he's going to have all night to stew on it. He's probably making a video right now as we speak. So.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm only speaking my First Amendment, free
Right.
speech.
That's right.
Right.
I can't
By
help
the
her.
way,
Free speech too.
this video is fair use, so yeah.
Nice.
Free speech, it just leads me wherever. Ain't happening. It's just not going down. And I'm not gonna let this happen no more. This is bullshit.
Yeah. This needs to be put to rest. This needs to be put to bed, and this needs to stop.
Well,
Yeah.
this little dickhead's not gonna stop until he's arrested.
No,
in prison.
You're right, he's not, because he's been doing this since, well, like I said, 2011 was when I was made aware of him. You know, like he's been going since possibly 2009. And he's a serial gang stalker. This is something that this is how he gets his kicks. You know, this is probably how he gets off at night.
Well, guess what? He's welcome. Because I'm not putting up with this shit mess no more.
Yeah.
I done told him what was gonna go down, and he had to push his shit. And let's see, I don't wanna name the names in case they're children, so I won't do that to him. See, we're different than that, you beanhead mother. Shit.
He was also threatened to send taxes to the FBI. I mean, I'm not sure what. I mean, these guys, all of them, their whole crew of trolls, they take our words and they twist them into what they're not. Because I'm always very specific to say, I will freaking beat your ass in a ring or in a cage legally. You know, that way. But then they cut that the ring or cage part out.
Yeah, well.
Not going to put nobody. Not for that. You know what?
Did you guys hear that a minute ago? I'm doing other stuff, and this is almost done anyway. But did you guys hear that a minute ago, where she says, it's for the children's? Is that the code between like her and poor dirt farmer? Is that like some type of lingo or code? You got to do it for the children's. Huh, that's what poor dirt farmer said to the sex offender in Fort Collins. You got to help us out. You got to do it for the children's. I don't know if that's a latitudinal, longitudinal thing going on there. I don't know.
Fucking die fighting for that Constitution, but not for these guys. No way.
I don't know, Brenda. I'm trying to do a people search.
Mike Schroer's in the chat.
See, and you can hear clearly in the recording there that there are children in the background. And for them to be spewing the kind of crazy shit that they're spewing in front of the children's, okay, it's the same thing as with the main supporter of the sex offender in Fort Collins, where he was spewing the grossest stuff in front of a toddler. Okay, why is it so important? Why can't you wait till later or get a babysitter, right? If it's so important. there's something more going on there with the importance of certain people that are being put on blast, and it seems like a promotional thing, especially when I asked that sex offender myself in Fort Collins if he had anything to do with Monograph, since they're both from Colorado. He says, "Who's that?" And within a few months later, he slips up on air and started talking about Monograph. And that's who these guys are talking about, is Monograph being a sicko that should be in prison. But he's not. It just boosted all of their views. They were building channels off of it.
Right now, I'm not worried about it no more. I'm to that point. I don't really give a damn. I'm serious. I said what I said, and I'm going to take him and put that pedophilia piece of crap in prison. It's what I do best. I feed on shit like this.
Boy, can you imagine what happened to that guy in prison? Wow.
That's what I said. You know, I'm gonna wait for him to get there, and I'm gonna send a kite in, and I'm gonna tell them that he's a showball and let them have a good time with him.
Yep. It says he's 43. That's hard to believe because he looks like he's 9.
He's lived a very hard life.
Well, when you get it up the ass,
Taking it up the ass does age a person.
Wow, yeah, like 30 years. That guy's a year younger than me. Oh my God.
Yeah. The way he shakes his head.
So my son told me about a way that I might have an out of this, though.
All right. Well, hey, everybody, thanks for joining in. That's all I got for you today. There's more of that recording in that fair use stream right there. Thanks for making it a fair use stream and announcing that. Toasted. Good job.